Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance for professional women. As the current time of 9:06 a.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum currently $2,863, up about close to 3% so far. Respect over crypto market, we're relatively green across the board on both the crypto side and the equity side. And we are anticipating ahead of the FOMC meeting conclusion today. As you know, the FOMC meeting has been delayed from yesterday all the way until today, approximately around 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time, as we get the confirmatory executive signal from Jerome Powell himself on what's the economic outlook going forward and what's the main factor that we need to be aware of, the interest hikes, right? Are we going to be raising interest rates from 25 basis point to 50 basis point? Or are we foreshadowing more of a progressive increase going forward, which can technically be a detrimental factor onto driving into recession, which I think we are seeing a propensity of doing so right now, with a lot of media affectation screaming in your face, driving and indicating the market to be selling off the way that we have been for the last couple of months so far, right? In respect to the green pressure that we're seeing today, in addition to the anticipatory pressure countering from the sell-off that we have had yesterday, right, in a technical perspective, overselling across the spectrum, with the index down about 1.5%, and as of this morning, up back about 1.5%. So it's kind of like a zigzag seesaw type of affectation. The market emotionally and psychologically try to price in despite lack of confirmatory signal, which is typical, during a volatile times, right? So a lot of emotions in play, but also being supported by supplementary factor with respect to the payroll number that came out from ADP, which is a payroll processing firm. And with respect to the number, it has increased by 247,000 with payroll increase in April, which is well below estimates of the 390,000, which is a significant decline in comparisons to March 2022. Right, so with that positive affectation, and because of yesterday being oversold, it drives this buying pressure. But the big question mark is still, we have not heard anything from Jerome yet, right? Let's just like reframe our psychology real quick and also get all the evidence in play, right? Do we have anything, a press release, a marching order going forward with respect to interest hikes? Nothing, right? This is just mostly being driven by media affectation. At the same time, with respect to, because overselling yesterday, with people typically would, do the opposite after the post-mortem affectation, right? So this kind of worries me in a bit, right? Because people typically sell the rumor, which we did, and buy the news. But right now, I would say we are prematurely buying too early before the signal confirms, right? So as we are derating a buying pressure up until the point of confirmatory signal at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time, we should technically see an opposite affectation, right? So knowing the fact that today is a green day, we could see an opposite side of the momentum shift after the speech from Jerome Powell himself. Okay, so we might see green for the first half of the day, and then red the second half of the day, and then kind of normalize from there, and then we will continue to kind of trade on a sideways fashion until we get more confirmatory signals. So today is going to be an interesting one, and it's opening green because of the ADP report, but it's a really, really weak level of inertia propelling us up. Okay. So let's just dive into the technical to see what's going on now, right? I would say collectively the market is still bullish in terms of the setup right now. So with respect to recording time of 9:10 a.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum currently $2,850 basically. We are up about 3%. We are above that level right now, clearly, and across the board we have a W shape on the RSI bouncing from the 40 and respectively 37 up 70. At the same time, we are curving up on the MACD front right now, so I think Ethereum is relatively bullish. But I would say the bullishness that we're seeing right now, bouncing from the 2750, is a little premature, right? Because nothing has confirmed yet, right? Like we keep mentioning, like we have not heard anything yet. I mean, the FOMC meeting has been a closed door event until they have all their stuff together, right? And they once they structuralize a marching order, a plan, then we know what the hell's going to happen. But right now, nothing has happened yet, right? So it's kind of weird that people psychologically already get into it without like really think about the evidentiary support that they have to formalize the thesis yet, right? In respect to Bitcoin, similar affectation. We are at the 45 out of 70, about to cross up, so it's a golden cross about to be formed. So leaping up to 40,000 if we get positive signal, but leaping down back, to below of the 36 or 37,000 will be very possible. Respect to Ethereum Classic, we're bouncing from the current level, so anywhere from basically current level down to the 24, 25 is still logical DCA based on the current level right now. Respect to Dogecoin, about 1.3%. I like anywhere from basically 12 cents below from here. It was still relatively okay, right? Not too overbought, not too oversold, just optimally trade on a sideways fashion. We are still below on the signal line, so relatively bullish across the board. Cardano is bouncing from the $76 again, right? With respect to current level down, is still logical DCA, right? I would say, obviously 75 below is better, but 82 is not terrible because we're up to form a golden cross as well. Respect to Solana, anywhere from 85 to below, right? 85 to 75 is still logical to DCA based on current setup. So I think right now is a good level to buy across the board. XRP is above 0.5%. I like anywhere from basically 69 to 57, right? So I think right now is actually a buy. We are reversing nicely on the 31.33 out of 70, curving up out to form a golden cross as well. Polkadot above 2%, anywhere from current level down to $14, still logical. Algorand's down about 3% because of the surge that we had yesterday, like that mega pump, and then subsequently shave half of it off. So Algorand's a little funky, right? It's still on a bear trend, and it's like trading relatively different in comparison to the overall market. So I probably would stay away from this one because it's like been just dying assets in general based on the current setup. With respect to Shiba Inu, we are in a buy level right now, 2100, 1400 to 900. With respect to MATIC, above 3.5%, I would say anywhere from basically current level down to $1 is logical. We are bouncing right now. So AVAX about 2.6%, anywhere from current level 59 to 50 is logical DCA. In respect to Terra, as we break below 75, which is possible, we have a long way to go, 62, 52 to 45. So I would be cautious about this because it's a head and shoulder pattern, and it's trading on the opposite side of the market spectrum as well, right? So beware of this specific one. All right, so we have about like, just not a long time away, but like I would say 5 hours away from the FOMC meeting. So let's watch how the market is going to be driving. But overall, again, the macro market looks relatively bullish ahead of the meeting. And something that worries me is like we are a little bit too premature in terms of the buying pressure without anything confirmed. I mean, the ADP report supports it, but that's like a secondary driver. You know what I'm trying to say? So watch out for the next video. I'll keep you guys updated. But in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions. All right. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye.